Nasaliba mu Uganda era nkulidde mu Uganda nalulungiwa kune gwange donde yasalibwa mu nze Uganda yange era okujagala sasoma wabula butonde kankulamuseko mama Uganda ekkula lya Afrika bwakedde kyoyagalira eno bona kibalumira eri abatafuna kwebyo birungi Uganda byerina kwagala nnyo Uganda
You are welcome to Bamba House. My name is Ngabirano Vincent. I'm a curator here at Uganda National Museum, and the place where we are now is the cultural village, and we are inside the house of the Bamba tribe in western Uganda. Ideally, the cultural village was constructed in 2007 when the Queen, we were expecting the Queen to come here during the time. And indeed, many dignitaries at that time did come here. And the philosophy behind this cultural village was and is to educate or to let the younger generation not forget their roots. So we sampled out some few tribes because according to the Supreme Law of Uganda, it mentions 65 tribes. And Bamba House is among the minority tribes because when we go to human rights point of view, we are not supposed to discriminate. Bamba House is representing the minority tribes at this cultural village. Now, Bamba House is here, and inside here we have the artifacts which actually those people of a long time ago and of today they still use in a cultural way. Bamba House, as I have said, they are in southwestern Uganda in Bundibujo district, and it is among the 3 tribes in Uganda that carry out male circumcision, not because of face, but because of culture. Now, as you can see, the culture of, this house of the Bamba, the architectural design of the Bamba house, how it is designed. This is the which we could say this is the sitting room, but at that time, that there were no sitting room. But this, according to their culture, this is where they used to host some visitors. Of course, different families they host visitors, and Bamba House, to them, for example, I've mentioned that they carry out circumcision. That is the seat of which a circumcised man sit. It is made up of banana fibers, and it is very soft. And a circumcised man sits there when he's already circumcised, and he stretches the legs through this. He sits down and put it here so that he cannot get hurt. That is it. As I've said, in Uganda, or western part of Uganda, Bamba House carried out traditional circumcision, and as well as the Bakonjo. Now, the Bamba House also do carry out blacksmiths. This is what we call the barrel for blacksmithing, and since they live near the river Semurike, they do carry out fishing. This is the basketing, a basket used to catch fish, and I think they are still using it. There is that big tree where the head of the family would lie in the evening, put the head lying down when the wife is preparing food. This is the axe, traditional axe they used, and they are still using it. They are still using this kind of traditional axe to split firewood, and this is their panga to clear the banana plantation, and this is a horn from the younger buffalo, and that time they used them for communication. In any case there is a challenge or there is a communal work, they would brew it and call people to come together and do the needful. And this was every community, every traditional community believes in entertainment. They believe in entertainment. These are musical instruments for entertaining people in the traditional music. They will come here. This is master's bedroom. Of course, the mother and the father, and they used to take up here or sleep here, and the children would sleep in the main living room. And this is the grindstone where they used to grind the cereals, and this is the mortar for pounding the cereals like sorghum and like millet, and this is the basket for carrying the fish. Yeah, and this is a winnower. Of course, it is made up of some people now they call them tray, but this is a material, an object for winnowing husks from the grains like millet and sorghum, and as well as maize. Yeah, and this is the, of course, in every home, every homestead, culturally, for us in African context, we don't have these modern cans. This is a spear for defense. In this culture, the living room for the parents, there would be a spear for defense. In any case, there is an attack from external attack, then the man is able to defend his family. So this was the spear. Then there is this small one. When they are constructing, sometimes this one was for hunting. Whenever they carry out hunting activity, they use this kind of spear. So they are shaped in different shapes according to the activities that are to be done. And of course, there were also pots which actually they used to keep water in, and the calabashes for serving that porridge, and water when they are taking water. So these are the calabashes, but this one was for administering traditional medicine. In any case, someone has a problem in the stomach, they will put it in an anus, then the person would brew it, and they know how they could do it in a traditional way. And this is their traditional hoe for digging. Of course, as I've mentioned, these were made by them because they carry out an economic activity of blacksmith. When we come back to the construction of this house, it is constructed in such a way that the materials, of course, were got from the local environment. And of course, this is elephant grass, or some people call them reeds. And the architectural design are different from other houses that we are going to visit, because this one has a wall separating the master's bedroom and the children's room. And of course, as I've said, these are reeds. And two, they could thatch this house so that it cannot be permeable. When the rain falls, it cannot penetrate inside.
Saint Francis Junior School, nasaliba mu Uganda era nkulidde mu Uganda nalulungiwa kune gwange donde yasalibwa mu nsi Uganda yange.
Okay, this is Binuro house. Binuro is also in western part of Uganda, in that area according to the map. The local name of this hut is called Enju. That is the name. And inside here they are explaining that the artifacts are within the house. And as we are going to see them, the actual architectural design of the Binuro house and the Bamba house are completely different, because these are different cultures. The Binuro speak Runyoro, whereas the Bamba speak Rebamba.
Saint Francis Junior School,
I welcome you to this Binuro house. This Binuro house, of course, when there are many, they are called Binuro. Of course, when you look at the architectural designs are different. On the roof, on the way how they are separating the rooms, it is completely different. But the construction materials remain the same. Some call them elephant grass, some called reeds. These are the plants which are well grown in those regions, in tropical areas, and even in Uganda, they still use them for constructing semi-permanent houses. Now, to begin with, this is the basket for keeping the objects which are used inside the house, the house, but like baskets. I mean, like calabashes, like small baskets for serving a calabash for serving water and porridge. And this is the hat for the head of the family, and this is the seat for the head of the family. You can see it is traditional, but some of the Europeans, when they do come here, they think that we copy this from their countries. But ideally, our people had their own traditional knowledge of how they make their things and how to make amongst themselves to be comfortable. So you can see how it was. And here, when you look at these are the I can call them objects, or I can call them objects for musical instruments, but they are not instruments, objects. They put the ladies put them in their waist here, then they start dancing. So they are from palm leaves. These are palm leaves which are designed in different colors to beautify. They look beautiful. So they are just for the entertaining people when it comes to musical dancing, traditional music, dancing, and drama. Then here we have these traditional sandals carved out of wood. They called them mkarabanda, and they have been there for many years, and up to now in the villages they are still there. So today we can say they are slippers, because they look alike, because no longer people are no longer putting on these ones. But we cannot forget what we had in our past. That's why they are here, and that's why the museums are very, very important. They play so here for especially men when they were in their leisure time during those days. And when I inquired, people say they still do it. And these are called also musical instruments for entertaining people. They put them on the legs, then they start dancing. They are in the local language, they are called entogoro. So, and this is the seat for the visitors, and still on the musical instruments, and these ones are still for entertaining visitors when they are carrying out the traditional dances. And they had xylophones, as you can see. These people have music. They used to have music up to now. They are down to us with their music. Yes. So this is master's bedroom, and these are the barrels. They also do cut out blacksmithing, and this is the skin of a cob. They used to put them there in their houses for the respect. And these are the drums, and this is the special basket for keeping the clothes. During those days, they would keep their skins there. Something like from the python skin. They use it to cut out this one. It is called engarabi in the local language.
Nasaliba mu Uganda era nkulidde mu Uganda nalulungiwa kune gwange ddonde. Yasalibwa mu nsi Uganda yange era okujagala saasoma wabula butonde. Kankulamuseeko maama Uganda, ekkula ly'Afrika bwakedde. Tweyagalira eno bbone kibalumira eri abatafuna ku ebyo birungi Uganda byerina. Kwagala nnyo Uganda. Sa
buli kimu kyatwala ebbanga embeera y'obudde nzikakamu akasana akaboobevu n'akawewo akava ku nnyanja
olunetonya tonolaba bwe tubaza emmere mu butonde eyo tebanja ejjuni ensujju n'amaleewa n'akalo okkosa ettooke boobe zoli wagwe jangu tulye wagala nnyo Uganda Saabasaliza abaana mwerore ebibira ennyanja n'emigga Saabasaliza abaana mwerore ebinyonyi ebirungi mu bbanga Saabasaliza abaana mwerore obusika bwaffe bwa njawulo Saabasaliza abaana mwerore abantu